Now with a Scottish accent. Aye! But I love this book. Oh, I've took the book. But we're going to read the book. We're going to read the book. Book. We're back on the HB Chickens.
I understand Scots. We went to Scotland and this bloke on this train station platform, spoke to David and I said, what did he say?
I don't know. The hero was curious. It was not an uncommon affliction for people his age, but for Hap Frenker IV, that's me! It was almost a sickness. It was the reason he stole into the witch's cabin, and the reason he was reading this book now. For what were books but another kind of door? And to open them was to open a world of possibilities. In Skyrim, Hap Frenker IV had opened many doors like this one, and they had all made the same promise. Behind it were tales of conspiracy, tragedy, valour, sacrifice, and sometimes even love. The more doors you opened, the further you descended, losing yourself in every chamber, every corner of every room. But alas, behind this door he found neither knights nor sorcery, nobles nor thieves. There were no clashes between the light and dark, sword and shield, earth and sky. All he found was an empty room, save for a single object placed in the centre, a mirror. This is not to say it was an ordinary mirror. The surface was fluid, almost as if it was about to spill out of its thick brass frame. If it did move, it moved slowly, yet it could hardly be called calm. It was thick, cold, and most of all, murky. Now the wise adventurer may have turned away from such an ominous thing, but the curious one can't resist taking a peek. As for what Hap Frenker IV saw, suffice to say, he wasn't entirely sure. However, weeks later, long after he closed the door and continued on his adventures, Hap Frenker IV couldn't help but feel a hint of recognition when he walked into the Windpeak Inn and approached the stranger by the wall. "What are you looking at?" the man asked, bending his lips into a scowl. Hap Frenker IV tried his best not to smile. Somehow he already knew the man's name, his occupation, and why he was standing there. In short, Hap Frenker IV knew exactly what he was looking at. What he didn't know was how. "Your name's Theron, I take it," he said. "I'm here about the job." Ooh, it's so exciting! Do you think it's exciting?
It is exciting.
It's so exciting! I love that book. I love that book. Ugh. I hope there's a second one. They should really make a sequel. How did you get behind there? Right. Let's get on.